to You're Welcome Hollywood, a podcast where Ed, Tom, and Rueben create a brand new screenplay every episode. Some of the ideas are better than others.
Welcome to You're Welcome Hollywood with Ed,
Tom,
Perry.
Yeah!
Unfortunately, Rueben is sick. We don't know with what.
Well,
Not with a capital S.
Well, we don't.
Yeah,
Can we
he's just not feeling well.
He has a fever.
He's just not feeling
Can we be
great.
super upfront about this?
So,
Rueben
yeah.
has a low-grade fever.
So he's staying home from this. But we are so happy to bring you You're Welcome Hollywood here on the first Dad's Garage Twitch stream.
Yeah.
This is it. Hooray for you guys. So I have actually a little bit of copy to read at the top of this because this is part of our official Twitch stream. It says, welcome to You're Welcome Hollywood. It's a Dad's Garage, part of the Dad's Garage Social Distancing Spectacular. We are Ed, Tom, and Perry this week. We're going for about an hour today, so we'll be out of your hair by about 5 p.m. And we really appreciate you guys tuning in for this because it's our first show, and hopefully this is a great way for us to provide content to you in a time where coming here is not necessarily the best idea for everybody.
Mm-hmm.
So this
Is it ever?
Yeah, it's our way of keeping people connected to the theater while we're sort of like all sitting at home playing video games all day.
And can I add, like, this is, I honestly feel like this is just as much for us as it is for you guys.
Oh, God, it's so nice to get out of the
freaking
house.
need this. So thank you for tuning in.
And, of course, like many nonprofit theaters, we are facing a lot of financial uncertainty right now while this thing is going around. So we can't make any money through ticket sales at the moment. So we have a donation link that will be coming out in the chat during this. Anything you can give is wonderful. Of course, we understand that people are facing some cash flow issues at the moment as well. So please, no pressure. But if you would like to, there's a donation link that you can hit there.
How about this? If you write LOL and you actually did laugh out loud, you can donate then.
Okay, yeah.
If it's
But not if you just
genuine.
breathe loudly out of your nose. You don't have to donate.
Oh yeah, just one of those. So that's not a lot.
Like when you're watching Family Guy.
Yeah, so you can you can donate. You can also buy gift certificates at dadsgarage.com. It's dadsgarage.localgiftcards.com to buy tickets for shows after we're allowed to roam the streets once again. So there's that, and of course you can share this stream and any of our donation links, pages, etc. on social media.
Please do that.
Yeah, that's what we got. So time to start the show.
So
what is this show?
Well, we should tell them, Perry.
What is it?
So this is a show where every week we get a title of a movie that does not exist from our viewing audience, and we pitch it, right?
That's right.
Yeah.
And they're fake movie titles, and we ask for them every few weeks. Anyway, our fans give us some amazing titles. We should also add that this is, just to be very clear, if you didn't know, this is a podcast that we do every week.
Yeah.
So we haven't been like streaming it on Twitch or anything like that.
There are literally over 100 episodes.
Yeah, there's like 100, and this might be 129, something like that.
Yeah.
So You're Welcome Hollywood.
Yeah, check it out. It's on iTunes, Spotify, Stitcher, all the good things that you have on your phone to listen to podcasts.
But because we wanted some interactivity to start today off, and I think we'll probably actually do our best to throw some stuff at you guys to get suggestions back for us as this podcast or as this stream goes on. We did a call for titles last night on Facebook, and we received a bunch of amazing ones. We picked 3.
Yeah, in order to stimulate the Twitch audience.
That's right.
We've picked 3 titles, and we would like you guys to sort of like spam vote which one you would like for us to do today. Also, just so you guys know, I'm going to be looking at my phone occasionally because I have the Twitch chat up on here, and I'll be checking them.
So the titles,
we had 3 titles, and I think we should also give like kind of a loose concept of how we are going to interpret those.
Yeah. All right. So
we'll each do one.
Yeah. So the first one is skin milk. Not skim, skin. As in this stuff. So we thought that
that's
skin...
from Spencer Tuot.
That's Spencer Tuot's. So I think skin milk, we talked about, like, what could that possibly mean? And we landed on, like, it's like a quest for the skin milk. It's like the fountain of youth. So it's somebody trying to find a way to live forever using the mythical skin milk. All right, so I think that's idea number 1.
Great.
All right, and then there was one that was Garbage Women, and
that's from Dawn Brewer.
Dawn Brewer, of course, it's from Dawn. Hi, Dawn.
Hi, Dawn.
We thought that could be kind of a 9 to 5 type movie, but with women who collect trash. So, in some way triumphing over a authority figure who's shitty. Which we can all use a story like that these days.
Agreed. And then the last one is Grell, Grell. That's from Corey Domino.
Grell.
When I read it, it immediately popped in my mind that it could be a Shrek adjacent film, and that seemed delightful. So
I just love the phrase Shrek adjacent.
I've really enjoyed
Shrek-esque.
something blank adjacent is fun to say sometimes, especially when the first word is Shrek. So
Yeah. So something Shrek-ish.
Yeah.
So we've got Skin Milk, Garbage Women, and Grell. Those are our 3 choices. Just start spamming the chat.
we'll pick it in the next minute or minute and a half.
Yeah,
we don't want to waste much
looking.
time.
We can just sort of mess around while we wait.
I have a clear bias here.
Grell is already a runaway winner.
That's my preference as well.
There's a lot of people
A
yelling
chant
Grell.
goes up in the crowd.
Grell,
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 Grell.
Oh, Garbage Women has a fair number of ideas going for it. So.
I'm looking at a clock that has seconds on it, so we'll go until we've got another. Let's do 45 seconds.
Oh, there's already a little poll option. Very good, Chelsea. Guys, shout out to Chelsea Steverson. She's our marketing manager here at Dad's Garage, but she's also a Twitch expert. She set up this whole rig for us.
She's got big ass headphones on.
Yeah, check out her channel. It's little red dot. I think little underscore red underscore dot for cool D&D streams and stuff. She's the best. Chelsea, is there an actual poll that you can register right now, or?
Eventually, yes, but not at the moment.
Not at the moment.
easiest way, from what it looks like, from what I can tell, Grell is winning.
Yes. Somebody said Grellbage Women.
That's pretty good.
That's a crossover hit.
I did want to give an honorable mention to a title that we all laughed out loud at, legit lol.
Yeah.
But it's a title too funny for us.
It was from Scott Gardner.
Scott Gardner, and it is I good you bidet, sir.
I good you. But
A title so funny we could never top it with the story afterwards.
A movie about butt washing.
All right.
But very polite.
very sophisticated.
Well, let's that's
I think
right.
it
A
looks
doff
like
of caps. Yeah.
it looks like Grell is a runaway winner.
Let's
here.
do it.
Grell it is.
Grell.
Yep.
Okay.
Okay. So Grell, we talked Shrek adjacent, right?
So
is this in the universe of Shrek?
no,
No.
I don't think so.
I think
So this is like a ripoff. Of Shrek.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, it's like
Unlicensed.
GoBots versus
It's cool.
Transformers. You know what I mean? It's not as good.
it's
Yeah.
like Rosart versus Crayola. Know what I
Right.
mean?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's the
You
Mega
asked your-
Blocks to Lego.
You asked your grandma for the Shrek DVD set for Christmas,
And you got Grell
You got
instead.
Grell.
Yeah, it was like when I asked my mom if I could get Air Jordans, she said no, but then we went to the discount store and I got my Scottie Pippins, which is the
Is
second
that
best,
real?
second best player on the Bulls. No Air though.
No.
No, he passed on.
Ground Pippins.
No, they're actually weighted.
Yeah, that's
Yes.
right.
A lead
Your
plate
calves
on
get
top.
really
that's why I got
strong, but you
huge calves.
cannot jump.
Yeah.
So, all right, Grell is what we're going to go with. So,
Grell.
it's a ripoff of Shrek. So Shrek
Which
is what?
is in
Shrek-
itself a send-up of fairy tales.
Yeah, it's an ogre living in a swamp
Okay,
who
so
takes on the lord of the realm.
So here's what I don't necessarily want to do is where Shrek was so meta with all of the it was so referential. I don't necessarily care about doing. We can.
No,
We
I
can't.
mean there
You
will
can't
be
meta.
there will be a
Right.
sound alike of All Star by Smash Mouth in the movie,
No,
Or,
I think we
it's
should
not
choose
quite
a different
we should
song?
choose a different band
or a different
from the
Smash
early
Mouth.
2000s. Like
Sugar Ray.
We had talked,
Yes,
Sugar Ray.
Ray.
We had talked about Savage Garden.
Okay.
Yeah.
Just something like that. We'll
Okay,
figure it out.
yeah.
Okay, I like
think
that.
Horgan said Space Hog.
Is that real?
Whatever. But I think ultimately it's an ugly duckling sort of tale. But he never
Right.
gets beautiful,
Right.
right?
Yeah,
No,
no.
that's not what it's about.
Oh, is that okay?
It's about Fiona. She was an ogre the whole time, and her
Okay.
parents made her hide it, and then he teaches her that it's okay to be yourself.
So does he have powers to look
No.
not like Shrek?
In one of the movies, he does become like human. He looks like a human, but he's not. I mean, he still doesn't look that good.
Right.
Yeah.
yeah.
He's still a ogre.
Not bad.
Sorry,
yeah.
Shrek.
Yeah.
Not into it.
Got it. Yeah.
Okay, so Rip Off Shrek, Ugly Duckling Story. You know what? You want to just hit it?
I think, yeah.
We have 45 minutes left, and that's about the length of one of our movies.
Great.
So we should probably go.
Let's do it.
In that case, I'm Ed.
I'm Tom.
I'm Perry.
This is Grell.
Grell.
All right, so our studio logo.
Always got to start a movie with a studio logo.
I think
it's the stuff you sit through after the stuff you sit through.
Right. So I think that this one starts off on a beautiful pond, and we're sort of gliding over some lily pads.
Nice.
Yeah.
And as we go over the lily pads, a sunny side up egg rises over the horizon.
Oh.
And then a frog made of bacon jumps onto it, and there's a small sizzle.
And
nice.
It's called Glorious Breakfast Production.
Oh, I love this.
Yeah,
that's right.
It's just a really, and then you see the
and
logo of the animation studio too, because you always have to have that.
Okay, cool.
Yeah. So Pixar has the jumping lamp. DreamWorks has the boy on the moon.
So this is it's maybe a mix of both of those things, because this is an animation studio. They've done a lot of research, and they're trying to be all things to all people.
Right.
So they don't really have their own perspective. So maybe it's the DreamWorks boy with the fishing thing, and he pulls up the Pixar eye, and then the Pixar eye turns into a Disney castle.
Okay.
And
And,
then
then
it just
suddenly
yells-
it fades to black because the lawyers called them.
Right. That's when the
Yes.
cease and desist started.
And there's a record scratch, and they're called Record Scratch Productions.
Got it. Great.
And somebody just yells Dawn Bluth. Like that's just part of the
And who's that? That's
that's an animation style from the 80s. and 90s. A studio that made like
the Christmas stop motion stuff, right?
Dawn Bluth was more like Rockadoodle.
What am I thinking of?
I don't know.
the,
you know,
like Rudolph.
Yeah, like
Oh, that's
Miser, Snow
Rankin and
Miser.
Bass.
Okay, Rankin and Bass is there too.
And they just.
But
this-
it's actually Bankin' and Ass.
oh.
Ooh, banking an ass.
Yeah.
Sounds
Yeah,
like
that's the name of the entire
that
animation.
is
Bankin' on Ass.
That is 100% a trap album.
That's always a good
Banking
investment.
on ass.
I mean, in this economy,
Yep.
my ass futures are through the roof.
Yep. And we finally go
Yep.
into the movie.
is
So
Finally.
it starts with Sugar Ray's Every Morning.
Okay. Oh yeah.
Every morning
There's
there's
a
a
holiday.
something
For
for
Bo's
both
bed.
And we are, instead of a swamp, we're going over
By
a
the way,
desert.
Mark McGrath is a producer on this, and his name appears on screen right now.
Yeah, and what an unexpected character will have those frosted tips.
okay.
It's like a cameo.
Got it.
So we're in a desert instead of a swamp.
Oh, I love
Yeah,
this.
this is where our ogre-type creature lives, is in
Okay.
a desert. So we're going over dunes.
That's
we're
right.
going over wind-swept banks.
Right. We get to this sort of like rocky crag. That's
Oh, man, it is rocky.
Oh, yeah.
This cropping is out.
Oh,
It is
yeah.
an out cropping.
It's
Yeah.
been out.
This cropping lets you know what it is.
It's proud. And there's a little cave that's underneath this cropping,
Oh,
and
and it's a dank cave.
that's right. But we don't go into it. But what happens is this like injured bird.
Ooh.
You know what we do? We're following this hawk, and it's like
We're doing that like we're on its back,
Yeah.
sort of like you can see it moving through the desert. Yeah.
and it attacks this bird, but it like isn't able to like eat it. And this injured bird sort of like scuffles into right outside the mouth of the cave.
The suspiciously moist cave.
That's right.
Considering it's in a desert.
And
The moistness is very suspicious.
And there's stalactites and stalagmites that
Oh.
look suspiciously sharp.
There's some
And
suspicion.
some of them
going on
have
here.
cavities.
And
One of
stalactites
them has a gold filling.
and stalactites hang tight, and stalagmites might grow up. Just in case
That
you
is
guys
a mnemonic device from second grade.
wanted to know that. So anyway, this bird lands right at the mouth of this cave, and a hand reaches for it and pulls it into the maw of this
Yes.
suspicious looking cave.
And the bird should talk, right? This is an animated movie.
Oh, I like that. It's like get your
Come on, man! Get your hand off me, man! Mondays.
Yeah, I don't want to be killed right
Yeah.
now. But it gets pulled in, and you just hear a chomp.
Well, oh wow, you do.
Yeah.
Oh, but I feel like this is a false chomp.
No, well, you
no, I
hear a
think-
chomp, and then you hear a gulp, and then the cave opens again, and like a big comedy tongue, like boing, is out, and the bird's on the end of it.
Okay.
And perhaps there's suddenly a splint a splint on his
There we go.
wing.
Because I think this is like much like Shrek. You meet him immediately.
That's what I'm thinking. I think this is our save the bird moment.
Okay.
Where like here's this injured bird. It looks like it's in trouble. This thing gets pulled in. It seems dangerous, and all of a sudden it's not what you thought.
Yeah,
Yeah,
you gotta have your
so-
save the bird moment in the first minute of the movie.
Look,
He
we
rolls
don't have much
out-
time here.
He rolls out and he's got a splint on his wing, and he's like, "What the hell?"
Yeah.
And it turns out that ogres in this reality have prehensile uvulas that can apply medical attention. Okay, so that's explained.
Okay,
Let's move on.
Great.
So, are we saying that the mouth in the cave is our main character?
Oh wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
I think it's him, and maybe he starts to rise up out of the sand, and the sand kind of flows
Oh, so
off of him.
he a big boy.
Apparently,
Yeah.
yeah, big boy.
Well,
Yeah.
it's either a very tiny bird or a very big boy, or
Right.
it's somewhere in between. Everything is relative. Binaries are false.
So, great. This is So the mouth shuts and the body of Grell rises out of the sand, right?
And
so let's say he's not a giant.
Yeah,
or
but let's say
anything,
he's like he could be like 10 feet tall though.
yeah,
Yeah.
he big.
Yeah, like that.
But he not like huge.
Yeah, he big, but he not huge.
Oh, he big.
Yeah.
He normal big.
He's small, tree
He big, but other stuff bigger.
Yeah.
Yeah, other stuff be bigger.
Okay.
Yeah.
And he I think he's got to say like does he have an accent like not a Scottish
Not
accent?
Scottish.
Yeah.
Transylvanian.
Okay.
No. Well,
Brooklyn.
Yeah.
hey, what's the big idea?
Yeah, hey, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to scare you. I don't like seeing hurt animals around my area.
I love applying medical attention with my mouth.
Hey, you're welcome.
Yeah.
Not that you thanked me.
Yeah,
And then
hey,
he spits out a feather.
and it's not like you gotta pay for it.
Because I'm a healthcare provider. I do it out of the kindness of my heart.
That's right.
And the bird, despite knowing that it was saved, is still a little shaky because he's heard legends of the desert ogres.
Yeah, it goes
Grell, and then you see the title on the screen. This is our moment, like when Shrek falls in the mud and it says Shrek.
Okay, got it.
So we've met our charming Brooklyn ogre.
And I think that this bird's got to be the
sidekick.
the wise
Like Donkey.
kraken. Yeah, like donkey, but it's just it's a sparrow.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. If it's a sparrow, then Grell ain't that big.
Yeah.
Okay, good.
Yeah.
Not so much a hawk.
So maybe the sparrow's like, well, I'm sorry that I was, on your property, but that hawk almost got me. He's a menace.
I ate the hawk.
Yeah.
I hate the hawks.
And so Grell, I think we just see what his day is like.
Yeah.
Right? This is sort of. So you see him walking around the desert, and he goes and like plays tetherball by himself. He's just got a tetherball.
that's-
Yeah.
He lives a very solitary life.
Uh-huh.
But it's like a thorny tumbleweed.
Yeah,
On
a
a
tumbleweed on a
cactus.
cactus.
I love that.
It
His
hurts.
hands are bleeding. It is full stigmata.
But he's got
The tumbleweed goes through his palm.
does he? I feel like he's got to be pretty hardened though.
Yeah,
Right.
that's
Well,
true.
he's got a hard outside, but
He's
we're gonna find
calloused.
out that he has a soft
his
inside.
a soft heart and apparently soft palms.
So is this bird with him at this point, or has the bird like?
Well, he can't fly away.
Right.
Yeah,
sort
so
of
I think the
stuck with
bird's
him.
just watching. He's
Yeah.
hanging out.
Uh-huh.
So he plays a little tetherball. He goes and like
He prepares a meal of like he makes a literal sandwich.
Nice.
Thanks, guys.
He's just got two pieces of, and it's nice bread. It's like
Yeah.
brioche.
Oh yeah,
But
it's like
just with-
H&F. Shout out to
Yeah.
H&F.
but just like sand and cactus milk.
Uh-huh.
And
in
the
the
bird's
middle.
like, I get it.
Yeah.
That's a good one.
Sandwich.
Yeah.
He has to say it out loud.
And
to the
then
kids.
looks at camera like Jim from The Office.
Yeah, just like
It's a sandwich.
A little bird head tilt.
Uh-huh.
Yep.
It's
Yeah,
like
his head moves, but his body doesn't.
its neck pops a little bit because that head turn was so hard.
Yeah, so probably the bird at this point is realizing that his everyday routine indicates some level of him being like kind of lonely.
Uh-huh.
So
Yeah.
he starts asking him some
Yeah,
questions.
He's like,
You look like you haven't showered in 2 or 3 days.
Yeah.
man, is that? Do all ogres smell like that, or is that a you thing?
You've been wearing that T-shirt for a while.
Yeah, hey man, sometimes just getting out and changing and like, changing your outfit
know,
and taking a
that-
shower,
That
like,
makes you feel like you've accomplished something.
it helps with depression. I mean, I'm not saying you're depressed, but just,
I'm just saying that you're showing a lot of signs.
And Grell's like, hey, what's the big idea? What? I gotta get medicated, man.
Yeah.
How ableist to just tell me to cheer up.
Yeah, I don't have depression. I'm just depressed.
there's a difference.
It's not about being sad. It's more of an everyday apathy type thing.
I lack the motivation to do regular stuff.
I'm not depressed. I'm just heavy in my ennui.
He's like, man, we're gonna
figure this out. We're gonna figure this out, man. You need a purpose. You need something that you can go after. Like, for example, I am motivated by worms.
Yeah.
I know they're out there, and I need to get them. But there's none in no desert. What motivates you, Grell?
And he's like, all I like is just this easy desert living. Nothing ever bothers me, and there's never any problem.
And then he cracks a beer, but it's just more sand.
Just a nice bottle
Shotgun
full of sand.
yeah.
And then the bird goes, "It's better than Coors Light."
Yeah, there's this is a Anheuser-Busch sponsored film in order to dunk on
I
Coors.
thought that Scream was going to go black again because the lawyers sued them because Coors was actually
There
giving
are
them
several
money.
moments in this film where where the movie just like jumps forward 2 minutes because they made some reference
And it
to a
wasn't
product.
wasn't editable.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and they were just like, you
Just
know
cut
what?
it.
Just cut.
Just
so
cut it.
he starts going, it's better than, and then we jump forward and they're on a ship in the ocean.
Okay,
Like,
great.
Man, I'm sure glad I convinced you to do that thing.
So I'm gonna walk that back because I want us to have that moment where it's in the Save the Cat thing is our catalyst, right? So what is gonna send Grell on an adventure?
There's got to be. I think there's got to be. Is there something in? So Grell was
Maybe
just sort
there's
of
a
buried in the
reason.
sand. Is there? I think we need some
Maybe
sort of
he was-
reason that Grell is isolated.
Perhaps he was exiled
Yeah.
from the local
Uh-huh.
place. Isn't that exactly
Okay.
what happens in Shrek?
I got it.
Okay.
it. How about this? How about that? He's like, the bird is making fun of him for what he's eating. He's like,
Man, we should get a real bite. Let's go into town and lots of grubs and bugs.
Yeah, maybe Grell's out of supplies, right?
and while we start thinking about this, I'd like to cue up anyone watching. If you guys, what is it that Grell did, perhaps?
Yeah, that got him exiled.
Yeah.
From town. Mm-hmm. All right, cool.
But
so,
it's not a real crime.
Right.
not a real crime.
Yeah.
Okay, so they go into town, and there's
Grell is in disguise.
like a bazaar.
He's dragging his feet. He doesn't really want to do it, so yeah, he puts on a disguise. It's like he finds
Big
a bush.
curly blonde wig, which is a bush.
Okay,
it's
yeah,
like
it
a
was-
yellow
a bunch of
bush.
tumbleweeds on his head.
Yeah.
Exactly.
He looks like Dolly Parton.
He just looks
He paints
like
his nails. Like he goes full
Gets
drag.
a little like berry juice from the bushes out in the waist.
yeah,
And,
some acai nails.
yeah, oh, that acai.
Acai.
His nails are so full of antioxidants.
So yeah, he's in full drag, but like natural drag.
Day drag.
Day drag.
Is what you would call that. Yeah.
Okay, but like natural is all I was just saying, like using only plant-based materials that are around.
Oh
him.
yeah,
Okay.
Leaping Bunny certified. And by that I mean he picks up a bunny and uses it as a powder puff.
Yeah,
To get the shine
the little
off.
tail, it's adorable.
And the bunny can talk too, and he's like,
it's a living.
It's
by the way, this is the exact same voice actor as the bird.
Yeah, they only had like 3 voice actors.
No, it's not much
And
money.
one of them is Mark McGrath. Wait for it, he will arrive.
You'll know because of the frosted tips.
Yeah, I've got a couple of ideas for what he did.
Okay.
So either one, he showed mercy, or coordinated a goose fighting ring, or wore the same outfit as the king or lord at a major function.
Okay, yeah, I think I want to go with that
I
last
love
one.
that.
Okay.
No, he wore the same outfit as the queen.
Okay, great.
Yeah.
Because he is a queen himself.
Great,
if you
love
know
this.
What I mean.
I love
he
this.
just likes getting into it. Yeah, he's fierce.
Great. So
He's going through town and he's sort of like, quietly picking up.
and by the way, is
some
this town
vegetables.
is this like normal people like as we
I
sort
think
of
so,
think
yeah.
in this
I
town?
think it's
Yeah.
people.
So here's some like 10-foot.
I mean, I think
Yeah,
they
but
know ogres
normal
exist.
people know how to mind their own fucking business.
Oh!
So no one thinks anything of it until, how about this? In the distance, doo-doo-doo-doo.
Oh,
Yeah,
great.
and the queen parades
Through
into
the
town,
bazaar, there is a litter. There are just 4 ripped dudes.
carrying a
Carrying
palanquin.
her.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
And how about this? The queen also has big curly blonde hair.
Love it.
The queen has berry nails.
Yeah.
Okay, and I also want to add, because I feel like in a lot of these stories, I've actually never seen Shrek, but I feel like in a lot of these stories,
Hold the fuck on.
I don't think I have,
Chill out.
that I feel like that this character oftentimes has a sort of goofy sidekick as well. So I'm imagining that it's like this goofy sidekick, whatever it is oiling down these meat boys that are carrying her.
Just rubbing oil
Yeah.
on the
He's like-
chunky beefers.
He's like, thank you, Queen. This is my favorite job.
I could travel through town any day.
My name is Squirts, and
Man, I can.
I'm your your jester / vizier.
I can see myself in his nipples. Yeah.
I'm turning these biceps into mirrors to look at myself.
So Squirts is a human.
And every evil queen needs a mirror to talk to, and
Yeah.
in this case, it's just bodybuilder
It's these
abs.
boys' nipples and abs. Yeah.
Boy nipples.
Boy nipples.
Yeah. Great.
And waxing them down.
Yeah. She's like, you
What
were.
if
you,
her name
you
is
were...
Baroness Boy Nipples?
Okay. Great.
Okay,
And
so
squirts.
Baroness Boy Nipples and Squirts come
What just
rocking
happened?
into town.
This.
This is not a G-rated movie.
No.
It's rated J.
Oh, it's rated J. It's rated J. It's like we do. All right.
Rated J for G.
What was it? Rated J stands for just reality kids or something like that.
Okay. So
Oh.
Squirts, Baroness von Boy Nipples. No.
Baroness
Not
Boy
Vaughn,
Nipples.
just Baroness Boy.
Baroness Boy Nipples
And Squirts.
and Squirts.
Sorry, Squirts.
Sparrow and Grell.
Yeah.
Okay.
These are our main characters.
Okay.
Ooh.
Okay, great.
So maybe.
Grell sees the queen and sort of
like,
like
oh,
tries to
shit.
hide.
Yeah, because we actually the audience, our fans actually just told us the reason he's been exiled, but we as the audience watching don't know this truth yet.
Yeah.
Guys?
Maybe yes.
Chase scene.
Yo, for sure.
Every animated movie needs
Oh, like an
a
Aladdin
wacky
style
chase
bizarre
Yeah.
chase scene.
Yeah.
So I think
So she sees Grell.
Yeah.
then.
That's
she's waving to all of her faithfuls, doing her queen wave,
Yeah.
and then she just notices this, like, she sort of slows down and she notices this big
and you have
figure.
She
that
looks at
shot
her
where-
nails. She looks at his nails.
She looks at her wig. She looks at his wig.
She looks at her beauty mark. She looks at his beauty mark,
And then Squirts
which
goes.
is on his back, by the way.
Yeah, and Squirts is like, oh no.
And,
Yeah, Squirts goes, this bitch.
And so the Baroness yells, "Seize him!"
Yeah, she just goes, it's the ogre, sees him. Grell freaks out, and we start the chase
Yeah,
scene
and,
through
and,
the bazaar.
and I think Sparrow's like, we gotta get out of here.
Hey man, we're in trouble.
Yeah.
And he's like,
Oh no, it's
Hey.
Baroness Boy Nipples.
"Oh no, I have history with her that you aren't aware of."
And then we see a quick flashback of what happened when he wore the same dress on the same day. The Baroness got mad at him and exiled him to the desert. We see like a quick flashback of that, and now we're back.
Right, because
Yeah, and that's
they were
sponsored by
buds.
Dillard's, because that's where they bought their dresses.
Nice.
Yeah.
Oh, nice. But I feel like that in the past that Grell and the Baroness they're on good terms.
What if he used to be one of the sexy guys and she turned him into an ogre?
Oh, perfect.
I love
So
this.
that's it. When he was a sexy guy, he did a drag thing where he wore her outfit.
And looked
She got
way
mad,
better than her.
Turned him into an ogre and exiled him.
I
to the
love
desert.
this.
Perfect.
I love
so
this.
good.
I love this. And by the way, we don't like the Baroness, right? Generally?
No.
Okay.
Oh,
I didn't
no,
know.
she is-
She's motivated by jealousy and
Right.
spite.
That's right. Selfishness.
And drag is about togetherness.
That's right.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
She surrounds herself with like big slippery dudes
Uh-huh.
in order to like.
So nothing
have
can
nobody
stick
look-
to her.
In,
Yeah.
in fact, like when the chase scene starts,
Well, just to know they do outshine her in their oiliness,
Right.
but like,
But they also reflect her.
exactly.
Yeah.
She wants to be surrounded by people who don't like
they're mirrors.
draw attention from her.
And when the chase scene starts, she like slides down one of them.
Yes,
That's how she dismounts.
exactly.
Yeah, and
she
she
just
puts
down
her
the boy.
arms and legs in like it's,
Like a water
like
slide.
it's at Whitewater.
Yeah.
She just full on splooshes down an oil boy.
And into a crate of apples.
Yeah.
And they explode out.
And so I love that. And so
A little worm comes out. Whoa, what happened? Same voice.
Same voice.
Sparrow grabs him.
and I think should we give Squirts frosted tips?
Of course.
Okay,
Oh, yeah.
so Squirts, of course.
That's
He's
Mark
played
McGrath.
by Mark McGrath.
If you didn't know-
He's
Me,
not
Mark
played,
McGrath.
but he's like his face is modeled to look kind of like him. Like he just kind of looks like.
but like
Mark McGrath.
scrunched a little bit.
Well, yeah,
Yeah.
it's like one of those like make your character look like you things in the NBA, like 2K15, but it's
You try to
never
put your
quite
face on it.
right. It's just like mapped on the wrong shape.
Yeah.
And it looks very
These
unsettling.
cheekbones are different from my
right.
cheekbones.
Yeah,
Yeah.
he's got two noses. He's got four nostrils.
Yeah.
There's some up
They're
here,
arranged in
there's some
parallel.
up here.
There's like it's like the tip of a taser with 4 little holes.
When he starts to walk, he like bumps into the cart first.
Yeah, and he does walk.
clips through it.
He does walk like this with like praying mantis arms.
So
Squirts.
Squirts is clipping into the scenery and getting stuck, glitching.
Oh no, I'm bad at this.
And meanwhile, the Baroness is like very adept, and she's like,
Oh, she's parkouring.
She
over the
can run
stands.
in 6-inch stilettos and currently is.
she does like a instead of like jumping sideways off a wall with her feet, she like just jumps off a commoner, and she's like, get out of my way.
Yeah.
She's not nice.
So she eventually, I think
She lives with a baby.
She gets like the oil boys are running as well.
But it's
And
very
but
difficult.
every time they
It's
try
like
to grab
when you get out of the
Grell,
shower.
They're like
you're
newborn
"Ah."
horses.
Yeah, they all fall in a pile, keep pulling each other down
having
like
trouble.
crabs in a bucket.
having trouble getting purchase on the ground
But
because
then-
their feet are covered in baby oil.
And they just become this pile, and then they're like, ooh, whoops, whoopsies.
That's gonna be going on for a couple
yeah, it's
of
like
hours.
it's like the end of that movie Society, like just a bunch of dudes
they're
writhing in a
merging.
pile.
This worm ball.
Where does one end and the other begin?
Yeah, watch Society if you haven't Twitch
I
stream because it
guess
is
I will.
gross.
So Grell is, lumbering down increasingly more narrow alleys, but he's so big that it's like boom, 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 boom. She can figure out where he is.
And I
Yeah,
think,
and I think she catches him. That's the end of it.
well, I think what happens is like the like just to make it that like Hollywood way to do it, or Hollywood knockoff as these guys would do
yeah,
it.
this was made in Wienerville.
Yeah, is like the bird is like offering turn left, turn right because it's got that bird's eye view, and right
Nice,
when
Tom.
thanks, and right when Grell thinks that like the coast is clear, no one's on his tail, and he's right. He's looking backwards, and then he like turns forwards and hits this like beam and just like knocks
He's
himself
out,
out.
yeah.
Doing.
So
Yeah.
That's end of Act 1.
Yep.
So we're
Wait, can she snatch,
end of Act 1,
can she
38
snatch
minutes
his
in.
wig and then end Act 1?
Oh, a wig
Great.
snatch?
Yeah.
For sure.
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
Yeah. And she's just, I can't think of a quippy phrase that's sensitive enough to the drag community. Go, Perry.
I think they'll be fine, whatever you say. However, he wakes up in jail.
She goes, "You're going on locks down."
Nice. Very good, Tom.
Thanks, guys.
That's really
So, yeah, he wakes up in a dungeon. And Sparrow's in there with him. With a tiny little manacle on his leg, like, holding him into the
good. So
cell.
cute. And
That's
he's
right.
flying, but he keeps getting caught in the air.
So his wing is sort of healed now.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, he can fly again.
Got it.
He
Because
got, all
that
that, he got all that mouth medicine earlier.
That's right.
Remember
it's
the
a
uvula?
disinfectant or something. Yeah.
So Grell is like, geez. The first time I leave my cave.
Yeah, teaches
in,
me. That's
in
why
6 months.
Yeah.
And I get caught again.
I should never gone back to society. I told you, Sparrow, I belong out in the hinterlands.
And big ogre tears start flooding, literally flooding the dungeon, like feet of them.
And the bird's like, good thing,
Shit, man!
good thing I can fly.
And then he splashes in it like a little bird bath.
Yeah. He's cleaning himself a little bit.
One of the oily boy guards opens the door
It
and all,
slithers through the bars.
No. Well,
I was gonna say, all the
he
water
can
just
walk.
dumps out.
Well, he's so oily, he walks through the water as if there is a
yeah.
force
It just,
field
yeah,
around
it just
him.
Oh,
parts
wow.
around him.
Repels.
Great. So all the water releases, but it parts on this oily boy.
Yeah, you gotta shake him like a salad dressing bottle if you want him to actually get wet.
Yeah, you have to, like, emulsify him.
And he says, "The Baroness will see you now."
Oh, I love that.
Yeah.
Oh, he talks like Keanu Reeves.
Oh.
Oh, dude. You're, like, in trouble?
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't care. Whatever. You can keep me in the dungeon for the rest of my life.
Yeah.
I put myself in a dungeon anyway.
Yeah, and he tries to
Of my own making. But it's not depression, it's something
no,
else.
I don't know what it could be.
I'm just tired.
I feel like I'm just not a goals-oriented person.
You know, executive dysfunction. Hey.
He does a little jerk-off motion.
Yeah. So he has to go before the court to be judged
Of course. Yeah, and...
for his crime.
So, Baron is boy nipples.
Fun to say.
What does your throne room look like?
The name was great in the moment, and now it's just ridiculous, which I'm really a fan of.
Haven't got tired of hearing it. I think her throne room is like it's plastered with all of these like articles and like and photos of her, like good positive press. Like it's this like cool
propaganda
hodgepodge of positive things about her.
Yeah. Yeah, it's just a bunch
reading-
of paintings of her.
She's reading a magazine called like Baroness Fancy,
Uh-huh.
and it's pictures of people petting baronesses, and she's on the cover.
Of
Yeah,
course.
and it's just like, is this the new face of domination?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, and but because her name is Baroness Boy Nipples, like every piece of accoutrement around is like nipple themed.
All of the doorknobs are nipples.
It looks
and
like
when you
this
turn
throne
them,
room
they
is-
go. Ooh.
Yeah, it looks like this throne room is made of olive loaf. Like
Oh my god.
that's where we're at with all the nipples.
This is so weird.
Yeah, it's a
Yeah.
meaty room. So he's brought in by a sort of phalanx of slippery dudes.
Yeah. Yeah, and he walks in, he's like, hey, every time I walk in this place, I want pizza.
Hey.
Gotta get a napkin to sub all this up.
Yeah, like a phalanx of oily boys comes out, and they just sort of like in on themselves, and and Grell squirts out of the middle of them.
And it's like, Squirch, did someone call me?
Now that's what I call a squirt. Little Mark McGrath and NBA 2K13 Mark McGrath.
What?
So he squirts out from this pack of this hot dog pack of boys, and emerges into the courtroom and says, "Now that's what I call a squirt."
It's not a good movie.
It's not good.
It's a Shrek knockoff.
Oh man.
Okay.
That's brought to you by Oscar Mayer, that particular
Okay.
part.
Yeah.
No, wait, it's Hebrew National. It's gotta be Hebrew
Nathan's.
National. These boys are kosher.
Okay.
And so the the Baroness.
There's got to be like an execution, right,
Yeah.
or something like that.
Tell him what's gonna happen, Baroness.
Oh my God, you're so good at your
I
job.
love this part.
Go get him, girl.
I support you.
When I say that's what she said, I'm only referring to you and the legislature.
Yeah.
Okay.
Also, have you heard my band?
Every morning. And then, like, the
Guts.
gavel hits. Oh, yeah. It jumps.
I just realized that that's the only Sugar Ray song I can pull up in my head right now.
I think there was one. Well, anyway, whatever. All right, so
They had a couple hits.
court's in session.
Yes.
Yeah, and Baroness Boy Nipples is just like, hear ye.
And I think
Members
Grell
of-
is like
Shackled.
yeah, to some like not gallows, but like what's the thing with your arms and head through
That's
thing?
called a pillory.
Yeah, great.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Or a stock.
Yeah. So yeah, he's in one of those things.
Cool.
Great.
So yeah, he's got his arms and head through
Yeah,
the
And the
pillar.
and the bird's in a little
Oh.
tiny one. Yeah.
Or he's just caught in a clothespin. So cute. And then there are maybe some townspeople that have tomatoes at the ready.
Yes.
So it's gonna look even more like pizza soon in there.
all these pepperoni nipples and tomato sauce. Everywhere.
Tomatoes.
Great. Yes. Great.
Oh God.
Yeah.
You know, give me some buffalo mozzarella, and then behind him it's like, "Rrrr," and there is a buffalo
Nice.
Yeah.
in the throne room, actively dispensing.
And it is also
Mozzarella.
so displeased with Grell.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. And so she's like, for the crime of stealing
You
my
gotta do our
spotlight,
voice. Which we have not
Baroness Boy
established yet.
Nipples does not have a voice yet.
Yeah.
So, for the crime.
No, I feel like we just do like the normal this voice.
I
Okay.
like her having a high tutor's voice.
Okay,
too,
great,
where
let's
it's
do that.
Just like, for the crime of outshining the queen in her moment,
Blocking my shine.
for throwing shade.
And pointing out that this character has already been in Alice in Wonderland.
We sentence you to public humiliation and then death.
You will die feeling very embarrassed.
So it's like, take him out to the courtyard, and so they take him out, and the whole town is just booing and throwing tomatoes and so turning him into
basil.
a pizza. Yeah, yeah. There's like a little bit
Basil.
of oregano being.
Yeah.
There's some
sprinkled.
anchovies, but just like small strips. Like
Right, not
less
too
is more.
much. Yeah,
Less-
just
yeah.
to give it a little flavor, but not to overpower it.
Banana
then-
peppers are just nailing
Oh,
in the eyes.
and then once he's all toppinged up, they start moving him towards the oven.
Oh, wow.
And it's
They're
a
gonna
pizza
make him a
oven.
pizza.
No, but it's like that's part of the humiliation. It's like a Quiznos oven. You just go through it for a minute and a half.
No,
and
you
it
just
makes
get a
you
little
a little
toasty.
bit warmer.
Yeah.
Just a little warmer.
Yeah.
Let's be clear. This is not actual toasting or cooking.
No. It's just a little butt sweat.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it
Yeah,
makes
you
him-
come out just like feeling
Ah.
like you walked a while in the summer.
Yeah.
Right.
the worst.
Like you just moved apartments in the summer.
But,
You come in feeling like you worked out for the first time in 2 years.
Like you just did a bad stand-up set.
Yeah, you come out
That's more
feeling
of a cold sweat.
Yeah, come out feeling kind of like you had some like bad hamburger.
Right, that's a good one.
And then like it's 3 hours later and like you're not super sick, but it was definitely off.
Yeah. Sorry, what?
So he goes through the oven.
And immediately into an ice bath.
Yeah.
And then what is the method of execution? Like, what would Baroness Boy Nipples
Well,
I feel like it should be
sentence someone to?
Everything is slippery boy related in her world, so maybe he's going to be oiled to death or like crushed by boys.
No, she would think that was a good thing.
Oh, right.
Wouldn't
What's
she?
the opposite? What's the opposite of a beefcake
Oh,
that's
like
all oiled
it would be
up?
like
Being exiled to the desert, it makes a lot of sense now.
Desiccated?
But even worse.
He's going to be desiccated. They've got a
They've
ton
got
of
a
those
big shoe.
and a bunch of silica packets.
Yes,
That come in beef jerky bags.
exactly.
great.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So they're
It's,
going
a,
to
it's an
like-
oops all
they're gonna
silica
lower-
packets bag.
Yeah.
they're gonna lower him into.
Yeah, like the cow in Jurassic Park.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but it's a giant vat of those little packs that say "Do not eat" that
Yeah.
you get in your shoes and your beef jerkies.
Yeah. So
He will be dried to death.
so he's being lowered towards it. And so I think at this point we're gonna have to bring something back.
Yeah,
like
I think-
the bird saves him in a way that is similar to how he saved
I have
the
a thought.
bird.
Yeah, I also have thoughts. But
Okay.
go ahead, Tom.
Well, I was gonna say that we've been playing and we've been sort of dancing around this depression thing for a little bit. I think that that it's sort of this thing like you can't like that he needs to show an act of kindness, like that he sort of needs to break out of his own depression
You know what the
and
hardest
show
thing-
some love.
You know what the hardest thing to do actually, if you're depressed, insider info, is actually to be willing to accept people's help.
Yeah.
Is the hardest thing.
Yeah, so
Because he's like, I'm fine. I just want to be alone. It's not a big deal. And the bird's like, let me help you.
Yeah.
And he's like, nah, man.
no, I don't.
But you helped me.
Nah, it's just, it's going to end like this.
Yeah, what's the point?
Yeah, I'm a giver. I give a lot of myself to people. I don't need input.
You helped me. Let me help you.
So he's being. They're about to lower him into the desiccant packets, and he's like, "This is fine, I guess."
Yeah. And
like
just to
Yeah,
and
of
I would-
course this is happening.
And just to close a little logic loop, I think that the bird, sparrow, managed to sort of shimmy its way out of whatever.
Oh yeah, I mean,
thing it
this
was
is one
in.
of those he's gonna swoop in out of nowhere.
Yeah.
The Quiznos microwave toasted his downy feathers off, so now he's just like a little naked,
Yeah.
pink thing.
Yeah.
He was able to slip out.
And so he's being lowered
got
in.
a few feathers.
His feet touch the desiccant packets, and you see it start to dry him. Like his nails become cracked and curled and just gross. Yeah. I mean, it's bad, right? This
Yeah.
is you want to really feel for him. So it's
And he did have a gorgeous gel pedicure before,
Oh my
so
Oh
this
my
is
god, real shame.
yeah.
it's really sad.
And I think he at this point he's just looking down, he's despondent, and he's just sort of accepted this reality.
Right.
Yeah.
And so just as he's going in, he's like, "Hey everyone, I'm sorry." He's almost apologizing to them.
That's
so.
what I sort of think it needs to be too, that he's sort of accepting this thing, and then he wants to yeah, I like this.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm sorry for living my truth and trying to look good.
And I think
That was wrong of me.
you know what'd be great.
Sorry for my fishiness all these years.
And then all of a sudden,
Out of nowhere.
out of nowhere, you hear this tiny voice going, "Every morning there's a halo hanging from the corner of my girlfriend's four-post bed," and then all the crowd starts joining in. Oh, it's not mine, but I see if I can use it for a weekend or a
Four-post bed.
But no one cares.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Couldn't understand. Anyway,
This is a very end of Les Mis moment.
do you hear the people sing?
But it's Sugar Ray.
That's
I
right.
think, yeah, everybody feels bad. Let's say that he gave a quick speech where he's
Yeah.
just like, "Sorry, everybody."
Well, I think it's during the apology. Yeah.
Yeah, it's just I was living my truth. I always just wanted to be me and live out in the desert, and I can maybe now he's I can admit that I've been depressed and didn't realize it, and I realize it's I need help and I need all your help. I'm sorry for locking myself away, but what I realize is that being a part of a community is more important than just feeding my own
And
demons.
he's starting to talk a lot faster because he's like,
Yeah.
it's up
It's
to
like
the
up to
knees
it, yeah.
now. He's like, yeah, and anyway, if that, hopefully that helps
Yeah, maybe
someone
I can turn
because
this
it's
around.
too late for me.
And then this amazing chorus of people singing this.
Every Morning by Sugar Ray.
Mm-hmm. And all of a sudden, right?
And even Squirts looks at the Baroness and is like, I'm out of here.
Yeah, but
I love this shit.
It's a great song.
Oh my god, this is a hit.
Uh-huh.
Reminds me of when I was in high school.
And then like the lowering stops, and you see that like the oily boys that were trying to that were lowering them in there have like stopped the rig.
And it's amazing that they can hold a rope.
I know, because
They finally have friction in their hands again.
Well, I actually love that because like you can see that it's really that they're working with all of their power to keep this thing, but it's still sort of dangerous, right?
Maybe
it could still slip through, and so and the Baroness is sort of up on her ivory tower or whatever, and she sees that everyone is for this guy, and then all of a sudden he looks up at, because it stopped, that Grell looks up at her and he just says, "I'm sorry and I need help."
Sorry. And I need help.
And
Well, I went real Italian.
Hey, I'm real sorry.
Well,
I
now
need
the
help.
pizza toppings are starting to penetrate into his skin.
Oh, right,
He's
he looks
gone
like a
full
pizza right
Italian now. No longer Brooklyn.
And I think
And she just walks away, like she turns her back on him and walks away, and it feels like
everyone's just like, she's kind of like, how dare you?
yeah, and you don't see her for a while, and then all of a sudden, you see like it starts shaking the rope that he's on, and it starts slipping again
Yeah, because of all the oil.
because of all the oil.
They're like, oh, we're so oily.
And then,
Oh, dude.
and right when he like gets up to his neck,
Uh-huh.
it stops again, and you see that the Baroness has stepped on it with her foot, and she's like, now.
Oh, her big. There's a femdom element to this shot.
Oh
Like,
yeah.
And she has
It's a big, powerful,
It's
high heel
just
foot.
the stiletto.
she has very textured gloves on.
Uh-huh.
They aren't even fashionable. They're work gloves.
That's right.
Oh my god.
She found them in the
rubber
kitchen.
palms.
Yeah.
Yeah. So they pull. Maybe there's a round of a cheer goes up in the crowd as she pulls
Like,
him out of
"Boys."
the desiccants.
Yeah.
And everyone's going, growl, growl,
Growl,
growl, growl.
But he's desiccated
Right.
from the neck down, so I think she's like, you know what to do. And the oily boys form like a cocoon around him.
Which starts to glow pink
Yeah.
with the power of love.
Exactly, yeah. They form a cocoon and just start going like,
Yeah, you're like,
undulating.
Wow.
and then like almost like
And they are making that sound.
like
Yeah.
a butterfly from a cocoon.
Yeah,
like
the cocoon of dudes, like slowly opens like a flower.
And is he no longer an ogre, maybe?
I
Did
think-
he has he transformed back into an oily boy?
Oh, I
or
think-
does he remain an ogre?
I think he remains the ogre.
But he's like looking fabulous.
Yeah, looking fabulous. And
Yeah.
then when he emerges, the whole crowd
He's like
applauds.
amazing dress and
Yeah.
wig, full tuck.
Uh-huh.
Like
Yeah.
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 So hot.
And she applauds, and then Squirt
And the
goes,
birds-
"Now, I take it back. Now that's
what
a
I
Squirt."
call Squirt.
Yeah.
And I thi-
the bird comes over.
Hey, all princesses can talk to animals. Maybe you were a princess all along.
and they show that Grell is actually like the princess of the kingdom. Like there was an old scroll that like the Baroness had, quashed.
Oh,
Yes.
nice.
Oh, the prophecy was there will be a man who looks like a woman who looks slightly better than you, and she will take over your throne.
And she will become a pizza.
And there's a very long scroll.
Yeah,
She's
and
like,
very
this
specific.
is so fucking specific.
Yeah, it's like the iPhone terms and conditions.
Yeah, why would you read that?
But she's gotten to the point now where she's ready to give the
She
kingdom
gives the kingdom over to Grell.
over to him. Mm-hmm. And I guess that's a happy ending.
Yeah, we pretty much see like Grell on the throne waving to the crowd. Baroness Boy Nipples is just like
she's an advisor.
Mm-hmm.
yeah, she's still part of the royal family.
Yeah.
And we do like the pull out shot. On the
And I
kingdom.
think we follow Sparrow up into the sky.
yes.
And so now like that's how we sort of pull
And
out.
he flies out over the desert.
Flies out over the desert and gets back to his nest with all his 3 babies and his sparrow wife. And he goes,
Boy, do I have a story to you!
Oh man, that's adorable. I think that's it.
That's Grell.
That's Grell, everybody.
Oh,
Grell!
Wow, what a story! I like that.
So stupid.
Like most of our movies, if you timed that out, that movie would only be 20 minutes long. But I still think it was a nice little story.
Yeah. Well, and we can pad that out with like some special features.
Right.
The animation, how they figured out Squirt's unique walk cycle.
Some more music montages by who's the band again?
Sugar Ray.
Sugar Ray.
Yeah, but it's like their first album when they were kind of a punk band.
Okay.
Yeah.
Before
Cool.
they hit it big.
Cool.
Their director's commentary with Mark McGrath, which, by the way, is watching it for the first time, and most of the commentary is just, what the fuck?
Yeah, and not
Why does he look like me? I didn't consent to this.
This song is awesome.
And now he's on the phone with his lawyer. Lots of legal troubles for this movie.
Guys, thanks for tuning in.
Oh my god, thank you so much. I have copy to read at the end of the show. First of all, thank you for listening to.
Thank you.
Nice.
Oh, amazing. So
we've had $50 in donations.
no, $350.
$350
What?
in donations during the show.
Okay, so
Crazy.
All right,
Thank
so
you.
First of all, thank
That's
the fuck
amazing.
out of you guys
Yeah.
for that. Just like so you know, like this is gonna be huge for Funding Dad's Garage and artists, like keeping us with a little bit of cash flow during the time that we are away from our usual
from an economy.
Everything.
yeah. But yeah, this is the social distancing spectacular is going to be keeping on and on. There's a website. It's dadsocialdistancing.com, I believe. You can check that out. We're going to be adding in the Twitch schedule because I think right now it only has this show on it. But we're going to be adding, like, we're going to have multiple streams a day coming up. Starting at noon tomorrow, with what Lucky Yates, is doing a like just
lunch with Lucky.
Lunch with Lucky, yeah.
We're gonna have lunch, I think.
Great.
So we'll have that going on.
That's technically a mukbang, isn't it?
If they eat a lot, yes.
I mean, it's Horgan.
Okay, yes.
Yeah.
So Horgan's mukbang video will be up.
Mukbang.
Oh my god, a bad case of mukbang.
Could happen.
Yeah, but that's what's going to be going on. Thank you so much for coming to our virtual podcast today. It's really nice.
And for those of you that are You're Welcome Hollywood fans, we will be posting this audio to our podcast on Wednesday.
Yep.
So
And if you're not subscribed to You're Welcome Hollywood yet, get on it because that is awesome.
and we have like 128 other episodes just as stupid as this one.
Yep. And keep in mind, you can still make donations to Dad's Garage at dadsgarage.com/donate, and you can hit up dadsgarage.localgiftcards.com if you want to get a gift certificate for when we can finally be in a room together again.
But for now, stay inside, please.
Yeah.
Please stay inside.
Be like Grell, but for different reasons.
Yeah, don't get depressed just because.
Get impressed
yes.
by what you're capable of.
Of staying inside.
And of course, if you want to find You're Welcome Hollywood on social media, we are Ed, Tom, and Ruben on every platform except Instagram, where we are You're Welcome Hollywood.
Mm-hmm.
So, guys, thank you so much for being here with us. This has been really interesting and really fun. So for this week, I'm Ed.
I'm Tom.
I'm Perry.
And we'll see you at the movies. Oh, I pulled it back out.
It's fine.
Yeah, the classic. Bye, Twitch.
Bye.
Hi, I'm John Carr, Artistic Director of Dad's Garage Theater, and we're so excited because we're going digital. And what that means, it's live, which means that anything can happen, no matter how weird or gross it is. Now, there are a couple of things that you should know when we talk about going live in digital. First of all, we're on Twitch, so if you're not on Twitch, you should download that. Second of all, we're trying all of this out for the first time, and it's, live. Some of it's going to be amazing and blow your mind. Some of it, not so much. But that's why we have you guys to help us out. Communicate with us, talk to us, send us messages, let us know. Don't be an asshole in the comments, but let us know what you think. Help us to develop this as we learn along with you what's going to happen. Obviously, the world is kind of crazy right now. And this kind of gives us an opportunity to keep laughter going, to make you laugh, and, to do what we love. Have fun and be silly. So make sure you guys are tuning in. The other thing you should know about is that while you're watching shows on Twitch, you're able to donate to our theater. Half of that money goes to keeping Dad's Garage going. The other half goes to our artists. So make sure you're giving, you're commenting, you're engaging, you're helping us be the best theater we can be. Now here's a really cool part. For the next couple of weeks, we're going to be doing these streams from our homes and all that kind of stuff. But on March 27th and March 28th, we're doing a live improv show at Dad's Garage with little to no audience at all. That's just going to be an improv show that we stream for you. So you'll get to see improv Dungeons and Dragons, our Scandal Felt Street show live on stream. So make sure you're checking that out. We're definitely going to work hard to make sure that we're bringing you the best possible product. All right, look forward to seeing you there. And I think we got it. All right.